So what's going on, everybody? Let's give an update. We need an update. Things did not really go my way, and I kind of had a feeling that this was going to be a little bit harder than I thought, but I made one big mistake, and we're going to get to that right now. My process thus far. I decided to kill my lawn. I want a completely ryegrass lawn. So I sprayed Roundup on it, had to do it 2 or 3 times to make sure everything died. Waited about a little over a week till everything was dead. Went to Home Depot, rented a tiller machine. That did not work. So then I had to go and get an actual mini skid with a tiller. That worked really well. However, I did not think about the grass clumps. I thought that those would kind of disintegrate, and they did not. So after trying to rake for 8 hours, I came to the conclusion that I needed to rent a landscape rake attachment for this guy right here. So not ideal, but as you can see, I'm already kind of done half, and things are getting picked up. I had to also rent this dumpster. So definitely not my greatest decision. I definitely made a mistake, but we're gonna get through it. I gotta go quick because it's drizzling, and every minute I wait, it's more muddy. So stay with me and let's go. What's going on, everybody? So I want to show everybody the results of that Bobcat extravaganza. Things just kind of got really muddy. I could barely get anything on footage just because of the constant drizzle and then rainstorm that we had. It was a mess. So I'm going to show everybody kind of the recap of that, and then today we're kind of on the last step, which is spreading this topsoil and getting us level for seed. So let's take a look. So here's where I'm at. Here's what it looks like. So everything is kind of flat. This is kind of the leftover from the Bobcat. Okay, so here's where I'm at now. But let's take everybody back to what I've done. So first thing I did was rent a mini skid with the cultivator attachment, and I ripped up all that dead grass, which worked, except I did not realize that I had dead grass clumps that I would need to rake out. It just slipped my mind, and I should have thought about it. So after trying to rake as much out, I kind of realized this is not being able to be done by hand. It's too hard. My back hurts. I need something that could finish most of the yard. So I went and I got a Bobcat with a landscaping rake attachment, and it kind of has tines, and it throws all dead grass clumps, rocks, stones, all into its bucket. It leaves the dirt. So I did that, and I filled up a 10-yard bucket. So after that point in time, I was pretty good. I had some excess that I had my friend in the neighborhood take care of for me just with his mini skid, and now I'm left here. It's level, but there's not a lot of topsoil left because a lot of it was removed with that pulling up of the sod and dead grass clumps. So I had 5 yards of topsoil delivered here. I'm going to spread that over it evenly. kind of get it all raked in, give it a good hand rake, and see how it looks after. So let's see. This is what it looks like. It's flat. It's completely raked. I've put an extra 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so 13 yards of topsoil over it, which is over about 3,500 square feet roughly. And it looks, I feel like it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. It was definitely a lot of work moving this last 5 yards of topsoil by hand, but I think I've got the job done. So I still, I feel like there's a couple spots that I want to move. I know you can't really see it right now because of the shade, so you can kind of see here. There's definitely some spots I want to fix. There's a drain here I have to clear out, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with how it looks. There's definitely no major divots now. But now, before I turn the camera on, what I do have is I put down my pre-fertilizer for the seed. So what I hope to accomplish with that is just getting that pre-fertilizer in, which is heavy on the potassium, so we could grow strong grass roots. I don't know if this autofocus is working. So we could grow strong grass roots. So I'm going to show you the product I use. It's from Lesco. It's a Site 1 product, and I think it should work good. So here's the product I use. It's a Lesco brand. It's a 1424. It's a 50-pound bag. I put down a third of the bag. So I've really thought a lot about what I wanted to do in terms of what seed do I want to plant. And I want to go all rye for a couple reasons. One, I love how I could cut it shorter than I can Kentucky bluegrass. Two, it's a newer type of grass seed. It's a newer cultivar, so I think it's just going to have a greener look, as ryegrass does have a little bit darker, greener look. I also like how it's a little bit more water resilient. It's drought resistant. I'm going to have to water a little bit less than I will cutting this Kentucky bluegrass short. So there are some cons now. It is more prone to fungus. I'm going to have to overseed it every year, but I already do that anyway. So I'm going to place this down, and we're just going to have to document the germination to see. I'm really expecting some germination to be here in like 4 to 5 days. So let's get this planted. All right, everybody, the seed has been planted. It is a hot day, so I just finished raking it in. I'm going to update everybody to see how this comes along. Hopefully I do have a lawn at some point this summer. So wish me luck, keep on watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.